Hi, I'm Abigail Osry.
And I'm Emily Osry. Welcome to Season 6, Episode 13 of El Camino Reality.
This week we show you highlights from The Bachelor,
Bring you an advance on Play Pro's newest production, A Greensboro Requiem,
discuss the changes in the AP Euro test,
and of course toss it over to Josh Schaefer for this week's Sports Wrap-Up. Last Tuesday, El Camino hosted The Bachelor.
Previously known as Mr. El Camino, The Bachelor is new and improved, and we talked to contestants on the red carpet.
Manisha Kaur, Keegan Sly, and my co-anchor covered the event.
Many seniors were very disappointed about Mr. El Camino changing to The Bachelor, but from the results of last Tuesday night, it was still a huge success.
Yeah, it turned out really well. This was one of the more organized bachelors we've had, formerly known as Mr. El Camino, and the kids really put in a lot of effort and some creative spirit into their videos, and everyone had a good show, everyone had a good talent, and we had a lot of fun doing it.
I think it was an amazing experience, just being able to work with these guys, and then mainly seeing the end product of it. We put in 2 months of really hard work, practiced this 3 times a week, and then just to be able to see it all pay off in an amazing show, it was really worth it.
After intermission, it was time to reveal The Bachelor and the runner-ups. In first place, crowned The Bachelor was Jake Selko. Second place, Alex Wixman, and in third, Evan Lewis.
Well, it feels pretty good. I'm Mr. El Camino now, and that's what I wanted.
I honestly didn't think I was going to place. I'm just so happy that I placed. I think it was awesome. I'm really proud of Jake.
Yeah, Jake, hell yeah, he deserved to win. He spent so much time working on his talent, his video. He got 30 girls just to be in his video for 4 minutes. Wasn't even a party, but still managed to do it.
And overall, the show was a great success. For El Camino Reality, this is Manisha Kaur.
With a successful track record of plays such as Evil Dead, The Crucible, and 39 Steps, Play Production has done it again.
Their latest production is based on the Greensboro Massacre from the 1970s.
Isabella Balbi, Adele Schroth, and Tomas Carrasco bring you an advance on Greensboro, A Requiem.
El Camino's play production is in the midst of preparing and rehearsing for their new upcoming production of Greensboro, A Requiem. The play details the massacre that occurred on November 3, 1979 in Greensboro, North Carolina, in hopes of bringing light to the event and honoring the victims.
So I'm in the costume committee, so we had to do costumes for the show, and it takes place in the 70s and 80s, so we had to go to a lot of thrift shops, some sewing for the KKK outfits because those aren't very common, thankfully, but we had to go to a lot of thrift shops and get a lot of denim and turtlenecks and stuff like that.
We're going to classes and we're promoting the show. We're talking to history teachers especially and inviting them to our special preview show, which is the 17th, and that is only for a couple history classes and I believe Humanitas, I'm not sure, but they're coming in from 3:30 to 6 and they're coming to see our dress rehearsal. In 1979, November 3rd, no policeman came to help these people. No policemen ever showed up because they were on lunch, and I think that really correlates to things that are happening now with the police brutality. A lot of people are being killed or insanely injured by policemen, and the policemen are not convicted, and I just think that really correlates to this play because nobody was convicted. There was no justice served for these people, these 5 people who died, these people who fought for justice and who fought against the Klan. It's a terrorist group. It's terrible, and no Klansman was ever convicted, and I think people should come see the show because it correlates to current events.
Be sure to buy your tickets for Greensboro Requiem online or in the student store. For El Camino Reality, this is Isabella Balbi.
And now Jared Stein and Adele Schroth cover recent changes to the AP European History exam.
El Camino Real's AP European History classes will be experiencing a redesigned test at the end of this year. These changes are being implemented by the California College Board of Education.
Now that the test is only 55 multiple choice questions and there's 4 short answer questions and the long essays are different and stuff like that, I'm going to have to do things differently. The DBQ is going to have to be approached differently. And we're going to have to practice more of the short answer, things like that. And so the focus on minutia seems to be gone.
It honestly doesn't worry me because I'm going into the exam with an open mind, and I haven't taken any APs yet, so hopefully it'll go well.
I don't know if it's going to be easier or harder, but it's different, and I think the format of it will be less intimidating, even though students will be asked to still recall and be a lot of information, be able to write a lot of information. I think it's just a more friendly format for it.
I wouldn't approach it any differently if it wouldn't be changed because I know it's the AP test, I know it's important, and I'm going to study really hard, obviously, so I can do well and get the score that I want.
The DBQ is a different format because it used to be reliant on you grouping documents and using those groups of documents to answer the questions, and that is no longer a component of it.
Hopefully the new one's a little bit better because I've heard upperclassmen complain about how they don't like it or how hard AP tests are. So hopefully this one will be a little bit easier, but like I said, I have an open mind.
Be sure to study hard so you can pass these AP exams. For El Camino Reality, this is Adele Sherman.
And now let's toss it over to Josh Schaefer for this week's sports wrap-up.
Thanks, Emily. On Monday, the El Camino Real girls varsity volleyball team defeated the Monroe Vikings at Taft High School by a final score of 3-0. On Thursday, they had another home game at Taft and defeated league opponent the Cleveland Cavaliers in 3 sets as well. This Tuesday, they will have another home game at Taft as they host the Palisades Dolphins, the number 3 team in the city section who eliminated them from the city playoffs last year. They will play the winner of Granada Hills and Carson. Carson is the Conquistadors' only regular season loss in 2015. On Friday, the El Camino Real varsity football team traveled to Garfield High School in East LA for a matchup against the Bulldogs, a team that eliminated them from the LA City playoffs last year. El Camino Real has been a little bit dinged up after the last couple weeks, especially after last week's loss to the Birmingham Patriots. However, they look to have Liddell Adkins and establish a running game against the Bulldogs on Friday. The ECR cross-country teams qualified for the Los Angeles City Section Championship, and on Saturday, November 21st, they will travel to Pierce College and compete in the CIF 2015 LA City Section Championships. Last Thursday, 4 baseball players from the 2015 Los Angeles City Section defending champions, your El Camino Real Conquistadors, signed their letters of intent to play Division I baseball. Right fielder Dylan Hirsch signed with Loyola Marymount, catcher Eric Yang signed with UCSB, pitcher Jeremy Polon signed with San Jose State, and designated hitter and pitcher James Terrazas signed with CSUN. Congratulations to them on their college commitments, and we look forward to seeing many more ECR athletic commitments throughout the rest of the school year. On Friday, members from the El Camino Real girls varsity softball team committed. Those student athletes included Carly Gaskell with her commitment to Ohio State University, Emma Jackson with her commitment to Bradley, and Morgan Ebo on her commitment to Dartmouth. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at ECR_live for news and updates about when and where our next live broadcast will take place. And go ahead and check out our ECR 10-Minute Sports podcast on YouTube and ECRjournalism.com called The Dime Package. For El Camino Reality, I'm Josh Schaefer. And now, Nash McReynolds, Max Tepper, and Jonathan Wixman bring you an ECR football montage.
From all of us on the crew of El Camino Reality,
Stay sharp, conquistadors.
don't forget to tell your friends to check us out on YouTube or at ecrjournalism.com.
And get your tickets for the play. It's selling out fast.